we're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Rena now sits above us. I pray that we won't encounter many stairs along the way.
This one's tough! Try harder!
Arch steel! Reload!
No escape!
Fall! This is gonna need all of us together! Not on my watch!
Luna Rondo! Aim for the weak part!
Hope this works! Annihilate! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Gemini Aqua!
I'll smash you!
1,000 gales!
Take it far enough!
Recover!
Plasma shock!
Here's a healing art!
Searing cannon!
Vanquish darkness! It looks like you got this one covered!
I'm not done!
Radiant here!
Rising Falcon!
Divine! It's weakened! Seal!
This ends now!
Divine! This one's mine!
No dawn shall break this
Magic
night!
is in!
Rising
What we
freezing!
now?
I can carve through armor!
Pressure storm!
Heal my weary companion!
Sonic rush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Azure Storm!
Show you what my art... Celestial! Whoa! Thank you.
Charge off that. I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. Not in your dreams! Radiant light! Here!
Catapult!
Thunderblade!
Rising
Vanquish
Watcher!
darkness! Catapult field!
Rising Falcon!
Divine stream! Annihilate!
Radiant Trinity! Plasma shock!
Standing form! Gotta hold it together. It's do or die! Ready in the wind!
Take this! Lightning thrust!
Chain between heaven and
Sword
earth!
light spear!
Here's the evil wailing death! The lightning!
This one's all mine!
Chain between heaven
You
and
picked the
earth!
wrong fight!
Winwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Another one down!
Your skills are admirable.
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renasalma's here, right?
Don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevracht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renas Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Lightning command! Here's the evil! In here! They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious! Where that came from! I'll heal you all!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Shining supernova!
All yours!
Here goes!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Sleep now! Arctic coming through!
No further!
Dance in the wind! Still mind if I do! Not much longer to go!
Come on, one final push!
Let's do this together, Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
I can do this all day!
Here I come!
Here I go! Here's a healing arc!
Here I come!
Here! Go! Away!
This one's mine! I owe you one!
Savior! Take that!
Orochi Fury!
Do it! One last one! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory! Light acts naturally!
We can really make weapons with this? The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helgarahi can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come Come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
A really bad feeling about this.
Stay
Where
calm.
are you going?
I shall provide assistance.
Sharpness! Lightning condemned! Sealed! It's a duel of the arc! No more Miss Nice Girl! A chance. Hold on to your
airborne
art.
scoundrels.
Here I come! Sounds like a job for yours truly! Don't mind if I do!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep, and we can do this!
Impressive fervor, little one.
Ignite!
Annihilation! A banana! Let's go! Celestial hammer! Here's where are you going? Electric shock! Take that! Into the flash! Law! Demon's descent!
Flashing bang!
Annihilation! Not in your dreams! Master ray!
No
As
further!
impressive as always.
Take that!
Here I hope there wasn't...
Magic
No,
advance.
I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Keon actually look better.
I'm merely doing what I thought our friends for. We can depend on one another.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Do it! In an instant! Impact block!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say it's a... appearances to my tastes, personally.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I'm not done!
I'm ready.
Lion Ball!
This one's mine. Fall into thy
Luna Rondo! Here I come!
Flame of the dragon.
Nothing gets by me!
Water. Here
You're
I go.
on!
Blood.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Get behind! Got it! I'll leave it to you! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
More for the top
Show my
pile.
mystic mercy! Take this! I'm not done! You're on! I'm not done!
Got it.
Elusive deity!
Now's our chance. Face with darkness.
Take this! Rising focus!
Laser spear. Here's evil. Magic and dance. Sleep now.
Rising weapon!
Deny.
They smite with blackened flame!
Here goes.
Shockwave flash!
Anything in armor is all
Fusion! Storm!
Blah blah blah. Seal.
Thunder storm!
Holy land.
Double shoot!
blah.
Burning
Sleep now.
Tempest! Rising up!
One more time.
Right spear!
Here goes!
Dragon
The
Sword!
fluidity of your
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Swallow
You're
split.
mine!
Celestial. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm not done!
That'll bring you down. Do it.
Sword Slash!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
No choice! No further! This one's all mine! You're mine! Not today!
Can't hold on much longer. Dance in the wind. Denied. Light astral. Blah, blah, blah. Freeze blaster. Here's what happened. Blood. Thunder field. Lightning condemned.
Demon Fang!
Here.
Double Demon Fang! Elusive Deity!
Magic and Lamb. Holy Land. Instant.
Destruction! Elusive Deity!
Celestial. Standing form.
Time to let it rip!
Celestial hammer.
I can carve through armor! Rising Falcon! Begin!
This isn't ideal.
Elusive Deity! Soaring Vacuum Blade!
No dawn shall break this night.
Not today!
Thank you for the healing,
Get out of
Dovahn.
this!
Comrades need our ability to survive.
Right. No one's dying on our watch. Water, hear my call. Far enough. This one's mine. One more time. Radiant punch. I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara. Dance in the wind.
Soaring Blast!
Now you see what I can do!
Eat dirt!
Think again. Thunder. Now. Come on. Here we go. It's a radiant here.
Take this!
The fluidity of your music is simply incredible.
Do it. Alpin. Astral energy.
Say no more!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Cure! It can hide itself? Amazing!
Shattering us to pieces!
Attack! Far enough! Take this!
Too much to handle. Lightning condemned! See, I'm ready! Arts require complete focus! Into the
This
shadows!
one's mine!
Artist work coming through!
Can you
Holy
take it?
land! Don't mind if I do! Blah, blah, blah! Sleep now! None shall escape my judgment! Vanquish darkness! Ray!
Here I come!
Magic is
Shattering us to pieces! Attack time!
divine savior!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin! Very bad!
I don't feel so good.
Divine strength! It looks like you got this one covered!
Let me free you of your power. Azure Storm!
Leave the charges to me!
Thunderblade!
I'm going to need to use
Where's the healing hall? Is this the end?
With our teamwork, we shall
Everyone,
overcome
get back!
this.
Then show us how! Do something!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here's another! Not in your dreams!
Far enough!
May it come to the end! Don't give up! Freezing storm! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
That benediction light. Armor won't save you!
First aid!
Demon Fang!
Lightning condemned! In here! Annihilation! Hit me!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here's
Take
the healing
this!
art!
Demon Fang!
First aid! Thanks so much!
Snake could be a
Here I come!
Lightning! No more Miss Nice Girl!
rending you up.
Vanquish darkness!
Take this!
Healing
Rise and
sword!
warrior!
Divine!
Finish
Vanquish
it!
dark! Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer!
It was a close thing.
Right, here goes! Take this!
Here's the evil! Thunderblade!
Begin!
Gotcha! Freezing storm!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
In here!
Heal
Hold
my
on,
weary
point.
mind. Freaks! Look at me just this
Sion, can you take care of that?
No sooner said than done! Here's another!
Armor won't save you!
Alright! No more Miss Nice Girl!
Burn it!
Crescent
flash!
Sweet mouth! Here's the evil! Divine savior!
Benediction light.
I'll leave the enemy arts to me! Let's see how you handle
No
this!
complaints here!
Deus Roar!
Will they
You're mine!
Hit! Lightning
Sword Blade
condemned!
Alpha!
Sweet mouth!
Eternal devastation!
Divine savior! Lunar corruption! Alright! It's
Not today.
showtime! By the power of this one's mine! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Healing art! Don't mind if I do! Magic is there!
Sonic Thrust!
Field!
It's time!
This one requires
Ignite!
complete focus!
I'm right behind you!
can't get out of this!
Here's a healing art! Celestial! I can't feel you further!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Lunar blast!
Plasma shot!
Swallow
Demon
slice!
light!
Magic is there!
Leave the torture!
Blah blah blah!
Eternal devastation!
Denied!
Take
Soaring
that!
blast!
What's ready?
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Lunar corruption!
Benediction
Rising
light.
Viper!
Blah blah blah! Magic! In here!
This one's all mine! Shockwave flash!
Divine savior! No more playing nice! Banana, let's go! First aid! Let's get you off that side! Whoa, hey! One at a time!
can't get out of this!
There!
Now you see what I can do!
Seal!
Demon Fang! Swallow Blade!
Right back at you! Annihilate! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire! Luna, that'll bring you down! Hit! Go get him!
This one's all nothing!
Radiant Light! Here!
Air pressure!
Gotta hold it together!
Resonate with the
Do
earth!
it!
Stalagmite!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Gut!
Well done!
Demon Fang! No dawn shall
Go
break
get him!
midnight! Demon
Full
Fang!
judgment!
Double Demon Fang!
Firmament Render!
Watch yourself! Incredible power!
Water Accelerate!
Fluid! Captivity! I can carve through armor! Catapult! Strike! Perfect! Slap wrist up! Not today! Dance on the wind! No further! Slap wrist up!
Purge Malevolence! Blah blah blah!
Searing Gale! Catapult!
Sweet Radiant! Here goes! No more Midnight Burl!
Catapult! Can't take much
Not
more.
on my watch!
Out of the
Lunar
woods.
Corruption! Lunar Blast! Carve out through all!
blood. Rending you up.
Dance in the wind! Gemini All Magic is out! Cyclone!
Rending you up.
Anything in order is all mine!
Negative gate. Demon
This
Fang!
one's mine!
Rending you apart. I'll smash you! Another incantation ruined.
Celestial Hammer!
Demon Fang! Rending you apart. Take! Blow them away!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Let's see
Here's
what
the
you've
healing
got.
art.
I shall ensure you survive this.
In here! Do not call! Vapor! Spread! Glacial Spear!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Anything in armor is all mine.
More where that came from! Healing Circle! Better!
Elusive deity
Need to pull myself together!
This one's mine!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
You can't lay a finger on me.
I
In a
prefer it
vine?
that way.
You get the
What
gist.
about you?
Just
In
watch
here.
and see.
Blah, blah, blah.
Too much.
Taking pile driver.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this.
Deus Roar! There! One more!
Rising Wyvern! Strike!
Celestial Archer!
Elusive deity! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! picked the wrong fight!
Don't mind if I do.
Elusive deity!
Thunderblade! You get the gist. Seal!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That extra training paid off.
This one will be difficult to predict.
This one's mine! Lightning condemned! Flame of
In here!
I've been hit with something!
So even a masochist has
Now let's
limits.
see what I can
No,
do.
feeling so
all
great.
day! In here! Here's a healing art! Divine! Three too much to handle!
You're mine!
Close one!
Devastate on the ground!
Tornado drive.
Celestial Hammer!
Do you require?
Healing Circle! Need to throw myself... Art
No
Expert
further.
coming through! Lightning condemned! Seal! Eat dirt!
On your knees.
First aid!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction.
Don't mind if I do!
You're mine!
Where are you going? The marksman handled this!
Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle herself.
You can be really dense, though, Helene.
Okay, here I go! Double Demon Blade!
Magic is down!
Ready and ready.
Ow! Annihilation!
Blind you with a duck.
Rising Weather!
Elusive deity.
Chain between heaven and earth! A wailing banshee of lightning! Goodbye!
Smash you.
Your blade moves like
Everyone,
silk.
get
I
back!
just let my
It's too
instincts say
dangerous!
it. How fascinating.
As impressive as
Lightning
always.
condemned!
And here I hope that was included.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
Where are you going? My astral energy! Celestial! Do it! Where that came from!
Heal.
Okay, here I go! No further!
Here's
You're
Photon
going to be
Blast!
let free!
Freeze Lancer!
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest.
No choice!
Art Expert coming through!
You're mine!
Not on my watch! Healing
Blast the
Circle!
shock!
What would I do without you?
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Far enough! Searing Flame! Reload!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Leave the enemy's art to me.
No complaints here.
More signals?
Keep calm and take them down!
In your death, though, honey. Then tonight's meal is on you. You've got this.
Sleep now! This will come in handy! Divine Fate! I can do this all day! By the power of water! Massive my astral energy! Photon Blast!
This one's mine!
More incoming! Hear my call!
Rending you apart! Shockwave Blast!
Sleep now!
Destruction!
Chain
Eternal
between
Devastation!
heaven and earth! Here! Law! Demons descend!
Flashing bang.
I can handle it! Where are you going? Here's a not in your dreams!
Finish it!
Photon Blast!
No further!
Go get him!
Explosive ring!
I'll smash you.
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Sight reinforcements! Light far enough! I'm all Magic is there!
Resonate with the earth.
Being interrupted.
Graviton field!
Begin.
Sleep now! Annihilate! I need more
There's
healing!
logic within your every move.
It'll take more
Victory
than
is
brute force
within
to
reach.
win.
I'll try to provide that strength.
Blade can fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. I never miss. Lightning condemned. Sweet power. Shattering the pieces. Attack time.
Resonate with the earth.
I never miss.
You picked the wrong fight. On your
Blah blah blah. In here.
I'm ready.
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Here, let me help. I can't heal you forever. Take that. Not in your dreams.
Armor won't save you.
Radiant quiet. Here, please focus.
Poison Wyvern.
Still focus.
Soaring
Let's go! Celestial Murder!
Denied!
Swallow's Flight! Bullseye!
Take this!
Flame of Justice! Our expert coming through! Here's evil!
Soaring
Not
Light
in your dreams! Freeze
Here
Blade!
This one's mine.
Astral Energy!
Say no more. Got it.
Well done! Radiant
mine.
from here!
Elusive deity.
A blazing sword!
Searing gale.
Lightning condemned!
Great. My turn. More.
Where are you going?
You're mine. You
Now!
escape. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Now.
Benediction light.
Take this.
Mirage! Here's a healing art!
Azure Storm.
First aid!
Demon Fang.
Radiant here!
I'm ready.
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Now!
Demon
Radiant here! Don't mind if I do! Do it! Out of ammo! Primed and rent!
Elusive
Radiant
deity.
punch! Between heaven and earth. None shall escape my judgment. Wailing fancy of lightning. Ugly prowess. That'll bring you down. Get on in there with the others. May a thousand gales carry you to drag. Seven-Eye off. Gusty nails.
Finish this.
Got the lead!
Blow them away.
Here, let me help. Hit. First aid.
They smite with blackened blade. Hurricane
More with that
Rising Phoenix.
Lightning condemned.
Resonate with the
Sweet
earth.
now.
Stalagmite. Soaring on your knees.
Where are you going?
Air pressure.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Coming
Water, hear my call.
Negative gate.
Glacial Spear. Here's evil. Lightning Orb.
So you clamor for my true
They're
power?
better left unspots.
Pesky airborne scoundrels. And thus our strength yet grows.
you!
You're mine! Burn in hell!
Here goes! Stand ready!
Slap the shock!
Far beyond the darkness!
Okay, here I
Those
go.
flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
My knee! Slap
The flashing part's their weak point!
Can't get out of this!
Here goes! Primed and ready! Take that!
Be still!
That'll bring you down! Magic is there!
Soaring
Sleep
right
now!
there!
You get this! Divine strength! Now
Stalagmite!
Can you take it?
Take this!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
I can carve through armor!
Denied! Ion is the
Raging Luna Storm!
Let me help! Select!
This one's mine!
Back into the fray! Blah 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 magic! Field! Lunar corruption!
Rising Water!
Fluidity of
You
the
get just
Simply an astral art!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Take that! Ow!
In a bind?
Demon Fang!
benediction light.
Ready and rip! Heal!
Thanks so much!
Armor won't save you!
Water, hear my call!
Down.
Art expert, coming through!
Falcon!
Lightning condemned!
Pile driver!
In here! Art require complete focus!
It's on! Ignite!
Here's the far beyond the darkest sky! Magic is there! Shooting star! I can do this all ready to go!
Demon Fang!
Lunar corruption here! Seven the close one! Right back in the sky, it's mine! Far enough!
Orochi Fury!
Lightning freezing storm!
Sonic Thrust!
Sleep now! Ice tornado!
Ready and rare!
Radiant blast! Outstanding form!
Thy mystic mercy! This was all mine! Very certain!
I can carve through armor!
Too much to handle?
Not today!
More where that came from! Art sealed!
In a bind?
There! Got you!
I'm ready!
What?
Hey! Ha!
Blow them away!
This could be useful. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Lightning condemned! I'm going to need heal all the power of my Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
They've got me surrounded.
Take that! Hear my call!
Rending you apart.
Celestial Hammer! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
The enemy feels hard too.
We'll soon see about that! Let's come hold it together!
Companion.
Your die!
I've used too much.
Armor will save you! Far enough! Blah, blah, blah! Magic!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Here's evil! Seal! You have such an incredible technique!
Brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing. Archfield! Annihilation! That'll bring you down! Not much longer to go!
Come on. One final push.
Let's do this together, Alchemy! One at a time! Go get him! Not on my watch! Hey! Got you! Think again! We now! I may have bit off more than I could chew.
It's in your hands.
I'm out of ammo!
Stay away from my
I don't
friend.
know
rest
the
for
word
the wicked.
defeat.
Ready and ready.
One more!
Armor won't save you.
Ready and shot! I'm all stopped up!
You picked the wrong fight.
None shall escape!
I'm ready.
Red! That'll bring you down!
Enter storm.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Here I go!
Resonate with the
And
earth.
again.
Denied.
It's over! Far beyond the darkest sky!
Double demon. Don't fall to this
Steering
plan.
flame! Go get it! Lightning can dash require complete! Ready to go!
Reflect.
Here goes!
They smite.
Got it!
Black and flame.
Now's our chance! Seal! Gravitas field! Holy Land! One more! Bullseye! You get the dead! Seal!
Not today.
Get on in there with the others! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Shattering
He
can't get out of this.
Reload! More where that came
Double
from!
demon fang.
None shall escape! Select
I'll grind you into dust.
Not on my watch! Electric shock!
Forgive me.
Electric shock! Close one! Right back at you! Let the marksman handle this!
Castle.
Celestial hammer!
Rising falcon.
Burning strike! This one's mine! Take care of... Poodle!
You'll pay for that.
Lunar Crescent!
I
Lunar
healed
Blast!
myself.
Lightning Serenity!
Be less afraid. I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Out of the woods, it seems.
Take it!
Elusive
One more!
deity.
Radiant Pierce!
Forgive me.
Anything in order! What the? I can feel the medicine working. And it's...
Swallow blade.
It's over!
Can't end here.
I won't give up!
No rest for the wicked.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helgarahi. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helgarahi who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's...
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Gotta break through! You're mine!
Disasters made one! Come forth and reload the purity! None
Searing
shall
gale!
escape my judgment! Maelstrom!
Benediction.
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Your character. Exploit the enemy's weakness.
I can carve through armor!
Far enough!
Breath of life.
Lightning condensed!
Heal my wearied companion.
Sealed!
Sure!
Vanquish darkness!
Storm! Demon Fang!
Ice tornado! Divine
You picked the
retreat!
wrong spot!
Blah 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 magic! Sleep now!
Here I come!
pain.
Rising one!
Shooting star!
No further!
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaints here!
Don't mind if I do. If it's in the sky, it's mine. Take you get it, Jenny. Arts require complete focus. This one's mine.
Clear for us.
Got it.
Double demon!
Now's our chance. Feel.
Eternal devastation!
Lightning.
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Far beyond the darkest sky.
Armor won't save you!
Elusive
Burn in
deity!
hell!
Searing flame.
Eagle Ray!
Shooting.
Nothing gets by me!
Rising one!
Down on the ground!
Denied! Annihilation!
Double demon! Inspiration wave!
No further!
I'll cover you. Thanks! Just what I needed.
Anything in armor is
Eternal
gone!
devastation! It's on!
Blah, 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 feel!
Eternal torrent!
Divine! Certain you get the gist. In here! Same for me. Don't mind if I do.
Not today! Finish it!
Alvin! Astral energy!
Say no more.
So I still had room to grow.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.